There's a new model railroad module that's making waves in the model railroad world, and I have to say that the design is genius. It's Hextrak, and we're going to be making a module with it today.
This video is brought to you by Model Railroad Academy. Model Railroad Academy is your online resource for model railroad instructions, ideas, and information, with loads of tutorials and articles for model railroaders of every skill level. I've recently been going through their catalog and watching some of their older videos, including this one from Don Kassler and the M&K division of the B&O. It's been really cool to watch and see all the old techniques he used. Plus, you can find tutorials on everything from bench work to electronics to scenery, all sorts of things there. The first 1,000 people to sign up at the link in the description below will get a full year of premium membership to Model Railroad Academy for $1.49. Offer is valid for new members only.
Hextrak modules were created by YouTuber Tabletop Railroad. He wanted a modular standard that was easy to work on, customizable, and easy to take out and store, and T-Track didn't exactly work for his needs. So he created his own. Hextrak modules are 6-sided modules that can be configured in a straight or a turn, and the straights use Kato's 248mm track, and the turns use Kato's 216mm radius curves with a 45-degree piece and a 15-degree piece. There's a couple different configurations. There's a half piece for curves only at the ends of layouts, and there's also a double-decker section that has a tunnel part as well as a section over it, and you can have a little bridge section that goes in between the two. They also have these little wooden feet that you glue onto the bottom, and you can use some wood glue for that. And what that does is it basically allows for a feeder wire to pass out the bottom of a power module, and it also gives you a bit of clearance on an uneven surface. And once the feet that I have used have dried on there, I can go ahead and paint this module. I just use some treat acrylic paint. By the way, I got this module from Klondike's. They're selling those as well. I'll link that in the description below. And then once we get it painted, we can let it dry, and then we need to glue down the track. I'm using this as a straight module, so I'll be attaching a Kato 248mm straight piece, and I'm using just some tacky glue to attach it. Now I can let that dry. Next, it is time for ballast. Now this kind of highlights one of the things that I actually love about these modules is that they're big enough to where you can do some fun things. You can have some buildings, you can have some side scenery, but they also are small enough to where they don't take a huge time commitment to make. So I do have a little bit of time to be a little bit of extra detailed on getting that ballast without having to take a ton of time to do a huge section of track. I can work it into those tight spots meticulously and remove it to where it doesn't belong so that it's absolutely perfect without spending hours and hours ballasting. And this is just another thing that can get people into the hobby, where you can just sit down, work on it for maybe 30 minutes and then go walk away, and you're going to have a really nice module. Now after all of this, I attached my scenic material by covering the model in white glue and placing some earthland turf, followed by the blended green turf, then some dark green fine turf, and then I placed a mix of bushes and overgrowth in big clusters. I want to make it look like the track is cutting through, and the growth is something that continues from one side to the other. I then accent the bushes with coarse turf and rock, and I'm laying the rock along the edges of the track to make it appear like when they built the track, they leveled the spot for the track and just left the rock out exactly just enough so that there was clearance for it. I add some more coarse turf along the edges of the bushes to kind of fade them into the ground cover. Now I can soak the entire thing in 90% IPA and my Scenic glue mixture. Then I can let it dry. And here is the entire module. I really like these modules. They are super easy and do not take up a lot of space or take a lot of time to make. They are perfect for a lot of different applications and another way to start model railroading, especially if you don't have a permanent space and you just want something you can set up on a dining room table or something like that. Now I'm actually going to turn this into a narrow gauge layout with HON 30 or 009 for those in the UK. This opens up the door for some more scratch building, including scratch building some engines and rolling stock, which I'm really excited about. That's probably something I'm going to do down the line. But I really like these. I've linked them in the description below, so check them out there. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, and happy railroading.